I'm also concerned about people on this committee and their own anti-police rhetoric. This is a defund the FBI campaign effort.
The gentleman yields, and now I recognize the gentlelady from Georgia, Ms. Green.
That was quite entertaining from someone that had a sexual relationship with a Chinese spy, and everyone knows it. But
I move to take her words down. Completely inappropriate.
Yeah, stand by just a second while we research the rule. Give me just a second.
I need to make sure I have my full 5 minutes.
The committee will suspend, and the gentleman will state the words that he wishes taken down.
Everything that the gentlelady from Georgia has said.
No, you need to be more specific.
Accusations of an affair with a Chinese spy. Those are engaging in personalities, and those words should be taken down, and the gentlelady should not be able to speak anymore in this hearing.
That is not the latter part of that is not an appropriate motion, but we will evaluate the striking of those words. The chair.
Oh man! Oh my goodness! Now that is hilarious. Brother Swalwell. Allegedly, of course. Oh man, getting some of that Asian persuasion, you know what I mean? Ooh man. Oh jeez. Oh man. Yeah, shout out to Marjorie Taylor Greene. The whole topic of today is this whole China issue, okay? Now, I had to start it off with that because I saw that clip yesterday. It was like, wow, she actually did that. Now I got to say allegedly, of course, Swalwell, has some relationships with, Miss Fang Fang, okay? Allegedly, he gave her his thang, okay? Whew. Okay, but I do, on a serious note, want to touch on this whole China thing. I mean, I keep hearing about China. All over the place. So I want to dive into that. I've got a couple videos that I've put together that I want to check out with you guys, so stick around. Anyway, hit that like button, okay? Really helps out with the YouTube algorithm. I would greatly appreciate it. And of course, if you're not subscribed already, what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button, and also make sure you are still subscribed, because sometimes, people get unsubscribed for, unknown reasons. I don't know. I'm not accusing anybody of anything, any corporations, you know what I'm saying? But hey, make sure you are still subscribed, and let me know what you think about all of this. And if you enjoy this video as well, hit that share button, copy the link. You can paste it anywhere you like. You can text it to somebody. You can message it on Instagram Messenger, Facebook Messenger, on Twitter. All right. Anyway, let's dive in.
Chinese-owned manufacturing plants are set to pop up in small rural communities around Michigan, and Michigan lawmakers are spending over $500 million U.S. taxpayer dollars to open them. But residents are outraged, and they are letting them know.
You guys are hypocrites. You guys should put the Chinese flag up there. Every one of you guys are corrupt. You told us that 95% of the people approve. Well, you know what? We convinced Devin, my wife, and I went down to all the streets. 95% don't want to hear. You guys are nothing but hypocrites. You don't care about this place.
And I would love to know who's conducting these polls, because as you heard him say, they said that 95% of people wanted, these alleged Chinese-owned plants coming to Michigan. And he said, you know what? Let me go out and ask some folks for my darn self. So he just went out on the streets, started asking people. And what he discovered was 95% of people didn't want to. So my question is, who conducted that poll? And I'm not going to sit here and act like I know all the inner workings of all of this stuff. That this is I'm still an infant when it comes to politics. I mean, it seems like I've been doing it forever, but it's literally only been a smidge over a year. All right, like 13 months to be exact. I think it's been, excuse me, something like that. But like, how can they come out and say, yeah, we conducted a poll and 95% of you guys said, you know, great. But then this other guy, like, that's just weird to me and scary. And I know, you know, you guys, next go around, don't elect those folks. Well, they shouldn't be able to do that type of stuff off the jump. You know, that stuff is disgusting. Like, you blatantly lied to folks. I just, yeah. Forget waiting. Like, there should be some type of process to where you could just get those people out before any next election or anything like that. You know, they would have to call a special election or something, and, you know, the citizens of that town or city come out and vote again, you know, just on that singular issue on whether or not they want to keep the people in those positions or have them leave. That's the way that I think it should work. I doubt that it works that way, but y'all can let me know in the comment section, all right? But it's really, really interesting to allegedly. Now, of course, you know, we don't know. But it's really interesting to allegedly have a congressman messing with, you know, a alleged Chinese spy, you know, Fang, you know, he was allegedly giving her the thang, you know what I mean? But not only that, you have people like the WEF praising China, which is weird in and of itself. I forgot the exact person. It might have been Klaus. It was like one of the, I believe like one of the heads or something there that was, you know, praising China and saying how great they were and yada, yada, yada. But not only that, but you also have leaders of countries praising them as well.
There's a level of admiration I actually have for China. Because their basic dictatorship is allowing them to actually turn their economy around on a dime and say, we need to go green as fast as we need to start investing in solar. I mean, there is a flexibility that I know Stephen Harper must dream about, of having a dictatorship that he could do everything he wanted, that I find quite.
So yeah, probably not surprising considering, you know, who's on the screen and everything that's going on with our neighbors to the north. But I feel like I'm seeing this kind of stuff more and more. And, you know, with everything going on with this administration here in America becoming more dictator-like, it almost seems like they're pushing us in that direction and wanting to make, you know, I'm sure the people of China are great people. Okay, I don't want to you know, tear down the actual people of China. Okay, but I feel like there's this movement to make China this shining star. This is who we should be like. This is who we should want to be like. All in the name of power and control. But, you know, I could be wrong. But there's more to this entire story. It does not end there. I mean, just check out this story.
Above this noodle shop in New York's Chinatown, agents of the Chinese Communist government operated an overseas police station for years. There are more than 100 of them worldwide. They don't usually look like a police station. They may only be back rooms, but they're staffed by Chinese government officials. The police stations, along with so-called
Allegedly, of course, allegedly.
aid stations across the U.S., are used by the Chinese government to harass and threaten pro-democracy Chinese immigrants to stop speaking out against the regime and go back to China, even kidnapping them if necessary. One of their targets is Li Jianji, a pro-democracy activist who was tortured repeatedly in Chinese psychiatric hospitals before he was able to flee to the U.S., where the persecution has continued. Xi, who does not speak English, told us Chinese government hitmen in the Los Angeles area have tried to kill him 3 times, twice with a car and once by stabbing him in the neck, calling him a traitor as they fled the scene. Chinese government agents and supporters regularly film and disrupt pro-democracy demonstrations in American cities. They warn activists they're being reported to Beijing and that their family back home will be arrested.
So you mean to tell me our government, you know, and some of these powerful agencies, FBI and whatnot, can go and find an old lady who happened to stroll into the Capitol on Jan 6, didn't damage anything, just happened to stroll in and went on about her business and went home. They can go and find this lady, but like it's taken them years to start shutting down some alleged Chinese police stations on American soil? Really? Really? We could go and track down these Americans who, you know, walked into the Capitol with masks on and went home. We could track all of those folks down. No problem. Track them down. Easy. Easy peasy. But we haven't shut down any and all of these alleged Chinese police stations on American soil. Like, I just find that strange. I just find that strange. And not only that, it doesn't even end there. Why are we allowing, you know, these alleged Chinese companies to buy American land? Can anybody answer that question for me? Is there something I'm missing when it comes to a foreign country buying land on American soil? Is there something I'm missing? Like, is there some type of benefit to that I'm just not aware of? I'm forgetting about? Like, this should be concerning. This should be on MSNBC and CNN on a loop 24/7. Chinese, you know, these alleged Chinese companies are buying American soil or buying American land, sometimes near, you know, some major facilities. They're operating allegedly police stations. Allegedly, some people in our government have relationships with their spies. Like, what is happening? Can anybody tell me? I just got that question. I just had to bring this to y'all because I'm seeing this stuff and I'm like, yo, what is going on? Are we being pushed towards these folks? Like, you talk about the EVs and how they basically the Chinese basically control the market when it comes to that. They basically control that. So we're not taking our own oil and using that. We're going over to China to get their solar panels and their, you know, energy efficient products, throwing them money instead of throwing our own people money. Like, what? I just don't understand. Can anybody explain this one to me? And is there something like, is this treason? Is this treason on you know, on part of this administration? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank y'all for tuning in once again. I appreciate you all. And yeah, please answer that question for me. Sheesh Louise, what is happening? Peace and love. I'm out.